You're live.
There
and
we are.
I see some green.
We are live.
Some green lights.
All right. Hopefully I won't trip over the mic cable again. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Are you
Hi.
podcasting?
Are we doing what?
Doing a podcast?
We're doing a webcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a lot of equipment to do webcasting with. We teach people how to do webcasting. We teach people how to do podcasting. And we have all kinds of classes. So
Yeah, that's going to be me. So
good. Great. Hi, I'm here with John Donovan, the founding executive director of Falmouth Community Television. How you doing, John?
I'm doing well, Tony. I'm doing
Great
well.
to see you.
Great to see you.
Yeah, I know. This is the fellow who brought me here back. I don't even know what year it was.
It's been like
95,
I think.
right.
So, yeah.
Why don't you talk to me a little bit about the history of FCTV and how it got started?
Well, I can only tell you how I got involved, which is that I came down for an interview with the original board of directors. There were 5 of them in December of '92. And they said, we're going to take over the studio that Adelphia, the cable company, had been running basically into the ground. Really hadn't put any energy into it. And they handed the administration off to a nonprofit. And the board of directors was fishing for their first staff hire. And I interviewed for them literally 2 days before I was leaving town to go to DC to take a new job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is similar to my story. There's some things you don't know, but go ahead.
But I didn't hear word one for 2 months. And I got a call in maybe February saying, it's yours if you want it. And I said, okay.
Was it a gruff voice? Was it?
you know what we're talking about.
Robert Rice.
Indeed. So anyway, so they hired me. They said, we have $50,000 first year. We'll get more in the second year, but this is all we have for this year. So can you work with that? And I said, yeah, I can do that. So I started in April, and the first day I got here, the board said, okay, so. Remember, we agreed to pay you $30,000. Well, we just rented the space that we're going to be in for $15,000. So now you'll have $5,000.
Oh my God! How do you do that?
I was like, okay, this is going to be fun, and it was. It was fun.
It better have been.
But you were here when it was just Unit B.
Right, just Unit B.
The studio on the first floor.
We're live casting right at the moment. This is our original ED. Yeah, of course you know. Of course you know. Right.
So we had the studio on the first floor. When I got here, the control room was on the second floor, and you communicated through the sliding window. They had a double hung window, and you opened the window to yell down to the studio people. And eventually we brought the control room down to the first floor, and then left the second floor to be just the training space, my office, the tape library, the cablecast operation, and anything else.
Right.
Yeah, it was a small quarters.
Yes, it was.
So, and then. When you came on board, we expanded.
We
expanded into Unit A
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
We shared that upstairs with the little Mac.
Yep.
Little Macintosh.
Little classic or something.
It's like a coffee can. Where we're doing all of our documents in this little window. Yeah. No, I came for an interview, and I drove down Gifford, and I saw the sign that said Dillingham one way. So I'm in the parking lot of the Lawrence School, like late for my interview, and then I came in, and they were shooting Harold Crocker. I believe they were.
Probably.
I think they were.
Probably
because someone turned to me and said, "Oh, we got another one." It was like Heather or someone, and rest in peace. And so it's been quite a journey.
Yeah.
And now you're back.
I'm back, and
any thoughts of the new?
Well, I came in the door, which used to be like a plumbing store or something.
Right.
I'm in here, and I literally don't know where I am relative to the old space. I feel like I'm in the food
Don't go away. Don't go away, you.
The natural food store. That's where I feel like I am. But literally, this place has been so transformed.
It's Debbie Rogers.
It
I have
is.
no idea.
Oops, I got to come up on the chair though. I'm so excited to see our first executive director,
Mhm.
John Donovan here. Thank you for
He
coming
gave us
down
the
from
historical
you.
perspective from his own viewpoint.
Right.
I added a little bit, and then you went on to go to what, Cambridge? I think,
Cambridge.
right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And then they asked me who should we get? And I said, oh, just call that Debbie.
Well, I
You guys
wanna-
have a long history.
I know, and
Yeah, I know.
I want to
Yes.
thank you for going up to Cambridge so that I could come to the Cape.
Right.
I really appreciate
Right.
that. I'm very happy.
Well, I know you are. What is it, 26?
23
23
years.
years.
Yeah, 23 years.
Yeah,
It's been a long
yeah,
time. What a
yeah.
great community
Oh,
though.
yeah.
It just, I think this community absolutely thrives on having media that they can access.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being able to watch our meetings. We had about 15 kids in here today doing animation.
Yeah.
And so it's just such a wonderful community for to have a community
Yeah.
center,
Yeah.
and we've really grown so much
Yeah.
that we needed to expand our
Absolutely.
facilities.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'm gonna go meet with some guests, but you guys keep.
Yeah, we're
talking. I'll be
gonna, and I
back.
have to go reset all the TVs to the new URL. So
All right.
I'll be walking around very, very quickly. When I restarted it, I just realized it has a whole new URL. So other people seeing this, other people. Well, it's recording. It's recording for posterity. So anyway, so actually, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to actually go do that. Unless you have any final thoughts.
No.
Yeah, go look around.
Yeah,
Where are you now?
So I am a professor of filmmaking and data visualization.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Great.
up at Endicott College
Oh,
in
yeah.
Beverly,
Yeah.
and at Wentworth Institute of Technology. in
Excellent.
Boston.
Excellent. Those are good names.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How did you get into data visualization? How did you explain what that was?
Well, so it's basically communicating through visualizing data. I mean, it's what it sounds like. I got into it because I feel like my job is to help people communicate.
This is on a higher level than just like SQL queries, correct?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I'm teaching people who are not computer scientists.
Right.
So we're teaching it more from a person who's going to have to work with people who are computer scientists or data warehousers or managers, people who have enough literacy that they can be that middle person,
Right.
talking to the different people. But
Interpreting and understanding what the data is, I guess. Right.
not only sort of knowing how to collect data,
Right.
not only knowing how to analyze data, but then to put it into a story form that people can understand and it resonates. They're like, oh, I get it.
Right.
And pictures are great, right? We know pictures from our work in film.
Yeah.
Pictures communicate.
Yeah.
As we know.
It's amazing how much, and I don't know if you know that after you left, I built the website, and that launched my own career as a webmaster.
Exactly.
So this is like my third stint, my third time. I'm now retired as a webmaster, and I decided to come back and supplement my other. I'm writing a book and doing much of things, and I'm doing artwork and just having a great time here on the Cape, and needed to augment my income, so I came back. But going back to the data part, understanding the complexities of data is almost like understanding biology. How it all fits together and how things influence each other, and how sort of like enzymes and connections and nerves and blood, and how it all ties together to create an organism, or how to create an object, or and how to interpret that object and use that object to good ends. Hopefully.
Right.
So anyway, I'm going to let you run around.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to run around and switch all the TVs to the new stream, and then run back here. And hopefully I won't disconnect the mic. Let's go this way.
Yeah, go this way.
Yeah, we actually. Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Nice.
Sure.
That was great. That was great.
You're very active here. This is a lot of work. Absolutely. Right. You know what?
Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello. Quick, I'll give you a hug. I can do that. I'm well. This is looking fabulous.
Pretty glad. One of these days I'll have to find
Do something here.
actually do it.
Yes, 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 yes. How's the family?
Good.
I can teach you just You survived. You survived. You're nice. Hey, Ellen.
It goes on and on.
My hair looks fine. Thanks, Michael. All right, so sneak around the back here. Now I've got another guest.
Okay, great.
All right.
I'm sitting right here.
Sit in the middle.
Okay,
All right.
great.
All right. As soon as we went live, I tripped over the mic and Mike. We went right out.
Okay, this is great. Here we
So
go.
I'm sitting here with one of our members and contributors, and also happens to be director, executive director of the
President of the
president of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce.
Yes,
One of our biggest supporters and host of This Week in Falmouth,
that's right.
which is one of our favorite shows here.
And I'm sure we'll be doing something about this event on This Week in Falmouth.
That would be great.
Because everybody's
Great.
filming.
I
Yeah.
just downloaded it. Michael is also the host of our bi-weekly current affairs program, Falmouth in Focus. So, and here's come on in.
Oh yeah,
Come and
Susan's
join
here
us. Come
too.
and
Let's
join
get
us.
Susan over here.
Susan is the
Come on,
co-host of This
Susan.
Week in Falmouth.
We're gonna just move over. We're gonna move over.
Yeah, there's enough room.
And
There's
is there
room.
enough room?
Yeah, yeah.
This Susan.
Hi.
We're like a
We're
dynamic
kinda-
duo over here.
Kind of high-low
Yeah,
tech
yeah.
here, a little bit of
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
So
Okay.
we just decided to webcast live.
Great.
And so let's talk about your experience with FCTV and your thoughts about free speech and what FCTV means to the community.
Okay.
And we'll take it from there.
Sure. Well, I think Susan's been at it a lot longer than me. She's been a volunteer here and has done an awful
About 10
lot.
years now. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, FCTV to me is part of what binds this community together and makes it a community. Yeah.
And absolutely, and that's obviously it ties in well with the mission of the chamber, which is,
Right.
we are the community connection, and it's wonderful. And as you were talking about, what Susan and I do every week is we do This Week in Falmouth,
Right.
which we put on our website, but you also put it on
Right.
FCTV. So
Right.
it's another way for the whole community to see what's going on.
Right.
Free speech, as you mentioned, is
Right.
tantamount to any democracy
And I think
succeeding. And what you're doing right here is really allowing everybody to see what's happening in town and give people a voice, an opportunity to come on and state their opinions.
right. And it doesn't take a lot. You can, and it's what you put into it. So for example, when we do Falmouth in Focus, we use all the latest technology. We use green screens. We use, we use Adobe Premiere,
Mhm.
After Effects, all the latest technology to put that show together. And when you do This Week in Falmouth, you have a little camera that sits on the counter.
Right.
So it is what you put into it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there's so many different ways to communicate. And because we're on the local cable channel, 13, 14, and 15, because we stream live over the web, and because we teach people how to, use the stuff they make to your This Week in Falmouth is also on your Facebook page.
Yes.
Mhm.
And also on your website. It's on your website as well.
Yes, it is.
And we tweet
Right.
it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're finding ways that community media can integrate with emerging technologies, and you guys are a great example of that.
Well,
So,
thanks.
yeah.
We really wanted to be out there. We talked a lot about it. In fact, when we started, right, it was a little drier. Kind of, we were like in front, and then Susan jumped on the camera, and she does the amazing job in really listing
Right.
all that's happening.
Right.
Because being the office manager, really running the chamber, everything that happens in the chamber on a day-to-day basis, she has all this information, is able to disseminate it, put it on there, is able to really speak, and I'm able to comment. And I mean, the chemistry's been great from the beginning,
We
right?
play well together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun to do, and it's a great way for us to support our members, support the community, and get the word out.
Community, yeah. I mean, it really is. And Falmouth is such a self-reliant community.
It is.
You can't get there from here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that adds to it.
You have
know?
to actually point yourself in that direction.
Right.
You can't just find your way here.
Like a lot of other, I mean, not to demean other towns, but a lot of other towns are like dormitory communities of
Mhm.
Boston or
Right.
Worcester or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And Falmouth just has a sense of place and a sense of self
Mhm.
that's unique from even Cape Cod.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Very
there's
much
2
so.
degrees of separation here.
Right.
And
Right.
it is a community. People will watch out for you, take care of you,
Mhm.
and people collaborate. And I think that's why we have such an amazing,
Right.
amazing place. I think it comes down to even the way our form of government here, that we have this
Exactly.
representative
Exactly.
town meeting, which
Mhm.
you, of
Yeah.
course, so
Of course, yeah.
cover and all. I think everything about it, that everybody's,
I think
word
it's
can
a
be heard.
community that you just hit my head. I think it's a community where everyone's voice has a stage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's all, everyone's opinion has an equal footing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And FCTV really highlights that
Yeah, we
because you
try,
can come
yeah.
in
Right.
and regardless of what your opinion is, you can broadcast it to the rest of
Right.
the community.
And we require, and again, we are community media, so we require help from the community, both financially and volunteers. And both of you are excellent volunteers. You volunteer as host of the show. You volunteer as camera 3 in the balcony at town
Town
meeting.
meeting.
So this is our camera 3 person right here. And
You can't see her
I-
at town meeting, but we
how many
can. We look
times-
up and she's
How
up
many
there.
times do I ask you, do you need a break? She never needs a break.
No, I'm
And-
committed.
And basically we have one camera up in the balcony. So all those shots of both podiums, everybody, we have a camera for David Vieira, who's
Yeah.
the moderator, and
Mhm.
everything else is Susan.
It's
Susan
a
gets
nice
everything else,
challenge.
so-
It is.
yeah, it is, it
I
is.
love
Yeah.
it. And it makes me follow the
Right.
conversation.
Well, that's just
So
it.
I can
Yeah.
hear everything that's
Yeah.
going on in town meeting and
I was just
and
I was just talking to Andy about the chatter on the headphones sometimes,
Mhm.
like because we were like, we're absorbing it while we take it. Yeah.
Right.
So can we squeeze more in? I see
Yeah,
Maura's
let's get
over
Maura
here.
in.
Let's
Sure.
squeeze, because she grew up in this town. So she
Just
can
to
really
say
talk
hello,
about,
just to say
no, but
hello. I'm
talk
trying
a
to
little
get you
bit.
a group photo.
I'm coming around
Okay,
this way. So
okay.
to talk about,
Okay,
one of the
I'll be
questions
comfortable.
was,
There we
how important is FCTV to the community?
It's
Since you grew up
amazingly
there.
important,
Yeah.
and it's so much fun. You can catch so many amazing programs, and we've rented out the cameras before, and now we're doing
Yeah.
our YouTube
Yeah.
videos,
Right.
Because we were taught
They're on every
here.
week. This week in
And-
Falmouth.
Exactly,
Yep.
and it's here as well, which is awesome.
So you can check out This Week in Falmouth right before the CAI show,
Yep.
which is
Okay.
we do a roundup on Friday. And I think that's at 7. I should have a program schedule with me. That's
Probably would
terrible.
be helpful, but hey.
But it's like 10 of 7. You can right before. So we do This Week in Falmouth, and it runs all the times during the week as well. It runs Saturday
Yeah,
morning,
yeah.
and
And it's always on the homepage
yeah.
of our website.
and actually
yeah.
when I get it, I actually put it right on and throw it on that evening.
Mhm.
Whenever I can fit it in, but it's on regularly. So on Friday nights, at say 6:45. You can watch This Week in Falmouth, then you can watch the WCAI Roundup, and
Uh-huh.
then Falmouth in Focus at 8.
And know what you're going to do for the weekend.
Right,
That's right.
right, exactly,
Television.
right, and know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Always so
exactly.
much to do, right?
We like to
Wow.
post-
Crazy.
And then we
Yeah.
like to post your events on our website.
Right. Well, we
And
appreciate
the
that.
gallery, when you have the different
Right.
artists every month,
Right.
and now this place is amazing, so there's more room for more
Yeah.
artwork. Your classes, the animation camps for the children in the summer, so we post all that online also, so it's a really good,
Yeah.
Synergy. Relationship we have.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the spot. Everyone needs to come and check it out.
All right,
It's
I'm
really
good.
blessed.
Thank you, Maura. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
And
Good plug. That's good.
yeah, I know. I almost trampled over that. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go and get some more folks to
Okay.
come and talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
all
Thank
so
you.
Welcome.
much.
you.
Thank you for all that you do.
And if you see some people, have them wander in this way.
Sure.
First class
Sounds good.
operation, that's for sure.
Maura, that was awesome. Thank you.
It's the truth.
Thank you, Sue. You were great. And let me find another. I also have to reset our
I was trying to
website.
get a
Okay.
picture of you guys being interviewed.
Oh, you want to do that? Come on. Did you get it?
No, I couldn't.
Oh, well, come on,
So
come
I
on.
wanted to get a photo, and I'll give it to you, Susan, to put it on Facebook.
And I'll put it on Facebook. Just send it to
So,
my, just
right.
text it to me.
Hold on, we don't want.
Okay, how's that?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay,
That's
great.
We'll put it on our Facebook page. I'll
Great.
send it to you.